I started this project looking for my source of place and identity. I started with my hometown of Sturgis, Michigan, where my family introduced me to the wild from the age I could walk. I spent time in woods like Camp Fort Hill, where we grew up mushroom hunting, Thurston Woods, which was my backyard. I could go out at any minute of the day and play in the woods all day long. And my cousin's woods, where I spent many weekends, where we built forts and shot BB guns. After thinking more about these three spots, I realized it wasn't the woods itself, but nature. Nature as a whole, nature today. Nature is what shapes me. Nature's worth is what keeps me going. I've been lucky enough to use the moon as my flashlight to creep through the woods many mornings and many nights, as if I am part of the wild, or wild myself. It is unreal how much your senses are awakened and come to life versus using them every day in today's technology and society of busy traffic, cars, noises, buildings, everything not nature. People say it's crazy to be out first thing, Saturday, Sunday mornings, especially when it's freezing out. Those are for sleeping in. I'll always be crazy until they see what I have seen. It never gets old. It's never repeated. No 2 seconds are ever the same in nature. A picture is only worth 1,000 words. It doesn't capture the true feeling. It's hard to imagine one could get lost in Michigan, but it is because one hasn't tried. Losing yourself in nature makes you vulnerable. Vulnerable to death, uneasiness, insecurity, feeling of lost, vulnerable to other animals. It's how you react to these thoughts and feelings that you will learn something about yourself that you won't from a doctor, book, or TV. I have found that walking through nature, even though nowadays you usually can't find a woods far enough away from traffic off in the distance or an airplane overhead, is still very stimulating activity. I believe one of the healthiest things a person can do is to be outside, and even healthier is to be in nature. Walking and taking the time to smell the roses, or notice what's watching you, hearing all the sounds, seeing the movements of wildlife, feeling the texture of plant life, or air temp change as you hit lowlands, is your walk, and only your walk. It's hard to explain this walk. One would have to walk it themselves. I took this picture on my honeymoon in Jamaica. My wife and I were on a safari trip on a bus, and I remember going down 2 tracks deep in the jungle. Came around the corner, and this guy was there. He waited for the bus to go by, and then he went about his business. And I remember thinking to myself, he is relaxed and free of thinking. Not because he's smoking, but because he's in nature. He's far, far away from modernization. I don't even know what he was doing out there. I know he was far. It took us a bus to get there, and yet there he was. Cool as a cucumber, relaxed and free of thoughts. One of my favorite things about nature is the feeling of personal time it gives you. I've laid in the woods, fields, snow, all types of weather, and just watched the sky. Watched and watched. No phone, TV, radio, nothing. Just the sky. Try laying around at home and see what interrupts you. In nature, the only thing that's going to interrupt you is supposed to interrupt you. Nature is always trying to get your attention, to get you out in it, through snow, rain, hail, autumn leaves, flowers blooming, or even rainbows. The list goes on and on. It's up to you to chase your curiosity. We all know nature is powerful, strong, unruling, but it also provides building blocks for a mind and personality that will last a lifetime. We made this guy this past January, and I'd like to think my daughters will remember it for the rest of their lives. My oldest daughter, Audra, got more out of it because she initially didn't think it could be done, and now she realizes it is possible anything can be done. She learned some tricks along the way. Tessa, my middle girl, I think she thinks, or will think, anything is possible after she realizes the confidence she has built. Nature can provide for you what it does for me, but not if I don't pass it on or take the time to share it with you, as it was shared with me.